Hi guys. Blake and Duane here today with Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on beautiful upper Lake Taneycomo. It is Monday, the 25th of January. Monday. And we are going to do the one cast today. Today, we are on Lake Taneycomo, yes. We have boated up all the way to the cable, and we're going to throw some jigs.
We passed a few fellers on the way up.
We did. I'm throwing a 3/32 ounce black and white jig on 4-pound test, and Duane is throwing a all-white 3/32 ounce jig on 4-pound test. So today we're kind of starting to warm up here, getting into the, I don't know, it feels like it's 50 something right now. We did have pretty significant thunderstorms last night roll in. I have not checked to see how much rain we got, but I know we got more than an inch.
The creek definitely rose.
The creeks rose, the water's real muddy down lake. It's cleared up kind of a little bit down there by the dock now, but I'd say we got a couple inches of rain. They have kicked the water back up here to the 7,000 cubic feet per second range from the half unit that they were running for the last couple days. Well, the water looks like it's pretty back to normal up here. Nothing officially on the first cast. So, let's see. Fishing reports. We didn't really have. We had, I think, one boat out, but I didn't get to talk to them. But on our way up the lake, we had some people drifting past the front of the dock. They said that the only spot they had done any good at was up here by the dam, and they said they were throwing some kind of jig with an orange head. And we just passed Steve Dickey a second ago, Captain Steve, and they are drifting scuds under an indicator. Said they're catching them pretty all right, and that they had just caught a nice 18-inch rainbow. Oh. And that's all the fishing reports I have for today. Oh, Duane's hooked up on the bottom.
Boy, no, I got it back. Got bent. Felt like I was on a fish line.
Well, there's a tree right there in the water?
Fishing line on the tree.
So today it was supposed to hit in the mid 60s. I think 64, it said 64 was going to be the high for today. I don't think we're going to get there. I think we're going to land here in the low 50s. But it is supposed to cool off significantly over the next few days now. We're drifting over here, casting towards the south bank.
Flat just above the island.
And yeah, we're just now entering the flat above the island. The flat here can be usually is a spot that holds quite a few fish.
I like this spot at night.
Yeah, this is a great spot for night fishing. I also catch a lot of fish dragging jigs and scuds and such over this flat. Ha-ha! There are fish in here. Ooh, pretty. Real pretty. You know, seeing my bait sometimes is more destructive than it is beneficial. I love being able to watch it, but if I watch the jig and see the bite, I usually don't get the hook set as good as if I just feel it and don't see it. Hey, hey.
Oh. Tree shaker.
Tree shaker. Where's he at?
Way up there.
Oh, there he is. Oh, he looks good.
That is a tree shaker.
Oh, yeah. Oh, darn it.
Well, I wanted to show you guys.
It's that bent hook.
Yeah. Wait, give me a bent hook.
I was trying to make it fair.
It's pretty one. That's purple in it.
I'll tell you something that works better in that cloudy stained water kind of farther down lake would be a red sand wandworm today. I don't know what it is about whenever the rain comes and gets the water a little muddy, but those red sand wandworms and the cerise both perform well in that murky water and overcast days. We've just dropped below the island. We're now kind of out here on the current, but we're fishing the eddy water created by the island. It's another great spot where fish will hold. I do want to scoot us out just a touch so I can swing my jig through that seam line. There we go. Oh my yes, I like this spot. So today they bumped it back up to the 7,000 CFS like I was talking about, but you've also got water running in from all of the hills and stuff, raising the level of the lake a little bit. So it's kind of why I went with the 3/32 instead of a 16th. I'm gonna try a cast over here on this side.
Go for it.
Did you like that? Did you like that cast?
Making me nervous. I'll throw one more over here. I like this roll off.
We're coming up on one of my favorite roll-offs right over here.
Into the D-hole.
Yep. Right there where that little island is, man. It's also where the big hole starts. So on a cloudy day like today with the water a little murkier, well, white jigs are always a good color when it's cloudy, in my opinion. But the blacks, your black combinations also throw off a darker silhouette. And sometimes that can be the trick. Oh! No!
Oh, my line.
I felt him smack it. He was still there when I pulled back up again, but it was too late. I know I've talked about it before, but when you're using a jig that's maybe just a touch too heavy for the flow, you can just take a little bit more of your slack out of there and just not let it sink quite as fast, and you can get that smaller jig effect without using one. Ooh, that was a hit. I think it was a hit. I know. I see you. Oh, we're coming up on the spot. So this little drop off, there's a big log sticking out in front of it. There's a little island and the water gets real deep in front of it, and it is a good spot. I'd be willing to bet there's always fish there. And it's one of those spots where the water rolls around it, and I can almost guarantee you they're sitting there waiting for food to roll around that corner.
Ooh, my head ball.
I want to cast right behind there. Oh, yes. Now, once you get below that little spot, you come into what we call the big hole here. And if you're fishing as far over as we are, you can start off by letting it sink just a little bit. But once you get past that ledge, you've got to let it sink a little bit longer. It gets quite, oh, 9 foot deep right here probably. You know, the other night, 2 nights ago when we came out here, and they'd slowed it down to that half unit or a little bit less, we found quite a bit of moss. I was kind of surprised. I thought most of that was gone.
Oh, I missed it. We tried dragging those 639s after dark. Yeah, we found a lot of balls. Kept thinking I was in the fish.
Well, yeah, your headlights were coming on. You told me you were going to try dragging at night.
We were losing some lures, that's why.
I mean, in a 100-yard stretch, their headlights came on 4 times, and I was like, oh my gosh, are they really catching fish that fast?
Yeah, they were catching more.
They were
losing lures.
Losing lures, not catching fish.
Yeah, it took 100 yards for me to go. Bad idea.
I knew something was amiss whenever I saw your boat stop about another 100 yards later. Oh!
Tail grabbers.
Yes, they are. Well, they're hitting it as soon as I... Yeah, I think that added water coming in from the sides and stuff has got the flow going maybe a touch faster than it says it's going. Could have gone with 1/8 ounce.
Well, that took forever to get down. That pink hook, I have to get over.
Oh.
You feel something too?
Oh yeah, it's real big.
How do you feel?
Nope.
Lost him?
He's a tree breaker. Time to retie. Ugh. You know, those guys said that they were catching them on an orange head, so let's try one.
Well, I figured I would have lost this, didn't I? I could retie.
It's funny, sometimes it's hard to convince yourself to bend down and tie a new one on, and you're just hoping it'll break off, so you have to. So I've switched to a 3/32 orange head brown jig, going all brown. We're coming up on the boat ramp behind us here. There's another flat below this giant sycamore laying in the water, and we are kind of fishing the edge of the flat towards the drop off.
Found bottom on that calf.
Yeah, we're a little shallower. We're a little shallower now.
Look, feathers coming out.
There he is. Perfect hook set right there in the nose.
Started with the black and white, right?
I did start with the black and white, which was getting some bites and a fish. I'll tell you what, they've been hot on these orange heads lately too. I've also had a lot of luck on the brown combinations lately. So once you get a little bit past the boat ramp, this flattens up a whole lot and gets pretty shallow. So you can go back to working that jig quite a bit faster. If you notice your line continuously dragging back behind the boat and you don't have a bunch of wind, it's usually because your jig is hitting the bottom and you're not working it fast enough. Which sometimes they like that dragging action, but I think for the most part you want to keep that jig working on the same line you casted it at. If you notice it's going this direction or that direction, you need to slow down or speed up your action.
I'm changing.
What are you going to?
That black and orange.
Back to the black and red / orange.
Black and orange.
Black and orange jig.
It doesn't have a pencil.
I think a black and purple would be good today. The last time we had conditions like this.
Black and orange, black and purple.
Yep. Black and brown. Phil did real good the other day on a black and brown.
We have a black and brown?
We do.
Oh, yeah, so much better with the just feel better.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's about believing in the jig, you know? It's like taking a shower in a dirty shower. You just don't feel as clean afterwards. Lots of beds down there. I've been noticing more and more trout beds going on.
We ought to be about done with that.
Think so?
Until March or April.
Saw a video on one of the Facebook pages yesterday of a mating pair up by Outlet 3. Coming up on Trophy Run now, the water gets a little more violent as it passes through this little chute.
Oh, boogers. Get in there and get on one of them logs.
If you want to work an eddy pocket like back behind this tree that we're doing, get on your trolling motor and slow the boat way down. And you can usually work your jig pretty steady through those, but you just got to slow the boat down or else your line will get ripped back real quick because that eddy's just moving in the opposite direction of the current. Which side? What time are we at here?
We picked up a few along this rock boat the other day.
Did you? Let's try that. I've been doing better against the island side over there, dragging scuds. I haven't tried working the jig over there.
Three jerk takes down this and actually pulls some fish off there. But you gotta be right up there on it.
I'm getting in there. Try to stay on the other side of that giant root wad here. We drift to the inside of the root wad or this side of the root wad?
Right over top of it, see what happens?
I don't like that idea.
That's why I'm standing up here, so I don't get thrown out of the back.
I've been known to do that to people sometimes. Ask Ryan Williams. This is another one of those banks where you kind of got to keep on the trolling motor, slow your boat down so you can work that inside bank water, because it is moving just a touch slower than the water your boat's in.
Yeah, there's all kinds of pockets.
I'll be a lot more comfortable once I get past this root wad.
Oh, you're not even close to it. This is where I saw that monster chasing me about 2 weeks ago. He come up out of the water, rainbows jumping in. Oh, I saw one rise. I just grabbed
Oh, there was one right there. He took my bait. So right now we're only working the first 15 feet away from that bank and then reeling back in and casting back out because those fish are...
Well, he hit right where I...
Yeah. I think you scared him.
I hit him right in the nose.
Oops, that was a bad cast. Oop. Yes. Sometimes you got to get that supernatural approach, like a bug jumping in from the bank onto the water. Look at that little eddy pocket. It's swirling. Oh, come on. I will say that this bank we're going down right now here below Trophy Run is a fun jerkbait bank. I've caught a few nice ones on the jerkbait along the rocks here, but right down there where it turns into regular grass and wooded area, there's some really nice pockets through there. Nope, there's another log coming up here sometime soon. Think I'm gonna miss it? I finally worked with this trolling motor pedal enough to be able to know it without looking at it. It took a while. It took a couple months of practice.
I've actually put mine away. I don't even use it. Use that remote.
Well, that's what I need to practice with next, because I have almost zero practice with the remote for this thing. Except for that one night, me and you went to Bull Shoals in your boat, and you let me steer it with the...
That night we almost died.
Yeah. That night was the first time your boat swung into a log.
Hit trees.
I do not. And I've got some polarized glasses on. I can see down there pretty good. Well, I think it's my last cast.
Last cast?
Last cast.
I'm going to say it's that little pocket right there.
Oh boy.
Actually, I could get that in that pocket. I'm not calling last cast.
Oh, that looked different. What was that last cast rule? If you don't like it, you get another one? I think so.
I don't think there's nothing in there about looking different, but if you want another one.
Well, if you don't like it, you get another one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It gets pretty good in here.
I think they're all over there against the island.
Hold a couple.
Ooh, there's a lot of water running out of there.
Look at that pocket. How can you pass that one up?
I'll tell you what, this eddy down here is created by those rocks, that shallow spot. Oh my, yes, that is a nice fish. I better get the net for this one. Oh, that might be a 20-incher. Don't think so? Oh, it's a pretty nice one. Ooh, he liked that black and red. Oh, that's a nice fish.
Right there.
Hold that one up for the camera. Oh, wow. Those are some pretty colors. Oh, there's one.
And you are the pass.
I know it. That was all. I think that still counts.
Oh, let me get it down.
Ah! I think that still counts as a double. You still had the fish in your hand. Well, so far, black and red, a black and white, an orange head brown, and a solid white have all caught a fish.
It just doesn't matter.
I think you just got. Getting jiggy with it. Oh, they're jumping all the way up there against the clay bank. Anyway, that little pocket that we're about to land the boat in, we spot locked in there one day, and we were throwing the 110+1s into the current, letting it swing back in that deep pocket, and found some walleye. Didn't find any keeper size walleye, but there were walleye there. And where there's one walleye, there's more walleye.
I'm trying to break through.
Yeah. So this little spot right here in front of that shallow, I've caught some trophy trout there. All right, this is really my last cast this time.
Oh. bounce off over that one.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Alright, dang it. I've said last cast like 6 times now. Gotta stop telling myself that.
Captain Steve again. Now we're in there.
Yep. We'll wait and see if Duane can pull the buzzer beater out of the hat here.
Yeah.
But
Should have brought that cowbell with.
I know. We thank you guys for watching today. Like and share us on Facebook and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't. And we'll get out here and do it for you again tomorrow. Thanks, guys.